Hey guys, Killer Sheep here. So today this is going to start my mini series that I'm looking at, and it's just exploring the world on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and why I thought I'd do a little mini series of basically exploring the wonders of the world, and what a better place to start than Australia itself and Uluru. So sit back and enjoy, and I'll be commentating here and there throughout the video. So just trying to find the closest spot basically to Uluru, which I've done. I'll be flying out of there, so I'm going to try and do a full startup of the plane too, because I haven't done that yet. So we're going to be flying the DA40NG, and basically this is the first time I've flown this plane, so I'm going to be going through the startup procedure with you and learning that myself. Once we go from here, we'll then taxi out to the runway and basically go from there, and that's where we'll start our flight towards Uluru. So just opening up our checklist here, we go to the before the start, so just checking that the parking brakes has set. I know that it should be set from the get-go, but you just need to make sure that it's checked. We go then to the power lever, and we've got that set, so all that's set up on my joystick as well that I'm running. We go into the electrical master system, so we're just turning that to on at this point. That fires up, and you'll hear that fire up now. And then from here, we checked in all those, are all good to go. We'll go back into having a look and checking the area, just seeing the plane, and I guess the view out of the plane, because I'm just trying to make sure that it's easy for us to see, or easy for you guys to see what I'm flying around. So firstly here, I'm looking for the strobe light. I was struggling for it a little bit, and I did end up finding it. We go into our engine master on, and then wait till the glow indicator. So here, I can't actually see the glow indicator, and I believe that's because I probably already had that started. So flick that on, and then we go back down to our electrical master. As I said, I'm just having a look to see where that glow indicator is, but I can't actually find it, so we're sitting around. So I decided to just turn that on and just see if the procedure will go forward. So clicking that on, checking it, hitting it on, we go down to our next item, and then we go into electrical master cylinder, and we're moving that towards start. So you'll see that start to start. You hear the engine fire up here. We tick that item, and then we'll just go out to our after the starting engine. So oil pressure, we did see that off to the left, it's not there anymore, and I just wanted to zoom in to see that, so that's all good. So we tick the item, and then we move on to our avionics. So we're flicking that on, making sure that's on, get all our information while we're flying, and we're checking the parking brake and releasing that. So here I've tried to talk to air traffic control and try and make this as legitimate as possible. Basically, I'm just trying to see what happens. I've tried to announce that I'm going to taxi, and then I've had to look around because I did have the settings to see where the correct place was to taxi. Unfortunately, I couldn't see that in front of me, so I decided that what I do here is just go out in front of this guy, make sure I clear him, and push past it, and go out to the left, and then taxi out to the runway out to the left. And in a second you will see that I actually do start to notice that there's a blue taxi point, and I end up following that towards the end here. But as you can see, I just see it out to the left, but I didn't want to cut across all the traffic here and whatnot, so I just thought I'd go out and go towards that. But I actually take a longer route here, and I go towards the right. I'm still trying to work out what things do, as I'm just learning these basically. So from here, all I'm doing is taxiing out to the runway. I don't actually go all the way to the taxi mark, and that's just for the point that, again, I'm just learning the game. I was just trying to suss it out. But that taxi mark doesn't go away, and you'll see me throughout the video just kind of having a look at that here and there, whilst I'm trying to actually mainly focus on Uluru when I'm flying over. So. So from here, I basically decide to start to go for it, really. As I just thought, rather than going all the way down to the end, I can see Uluru, so it should be pretty easy for me to taxi out and then just take off from here. So first time I'm flying this plane, not sure what its kind of takeoff speed should be. As you can see, I'm trying to get it up off the ground here and then get to 70, and that's where we actually get lift off. And from here, we basically just have a nice flight out towards Uluru, and in a second I'll just have a chat to you whilst we're out there. So probably about a 5-minute flight. So for your viewing pleasure, I've actually cut this back, and I'll cut out to the next point where we join out in going around Uluru. So here we are, just coming up to Uluru now. I'm mucking around with the view and just having a bit of a look around. But basically, this is the first wonder of the world that I'm getting to see, other than just going for little flights around and just testing out the game, basically. Now that I'm getting some solid standard 30 FPS with what I'm running at the moment, I can actually fly the plane, which makes it much more enjoyable. So I guess that the game just surprises me how fast it is and how long it actually does take to just fly to small things, and it's actually really quite enjoyable when you can set it up and go for a flight. So yesterday I was flying over Alaska and, you know, looking for grizzly bears, and I think it's just a great game to be doing that. And, you know, as you're seeing this, like, it kind of brings into things that, especially during lockdown where we can't, in Victoria where I am in Australia, we're in lockdown still at the moment, so it's really cool to be able to get out and, I guess, experience places that we may not get to go and see. And I thought, what a great way to start with looking over some of our countries, you know, great icons such as Uluru. So real credit, you know. And basically we're just going to fly around, have a good look at it, and then we'll make our return trip back to the same runway and make our landing. So just sit back and enjoy. so from here we're just going to fly back to our airport that we're on, onto runway 31, and for your viewing pleasure, I'll just skip through this now. It's going to be about another 6-minute flight back, and then just before landing I'll bring it in and allow you to see from there. Alright, so here just coming in an approach again. I haven't flown this plane before. It's a bit new to me, new to like work out flaps, etc. So starting to throttle back on the lever here and just kind of get us into a good landing position, and we'll see how we go. So here I've just toggled on the final bit of flaps, and as you can see I'm starting to slow down heaps here, which is probably a little bit too much, but we can see I'm traveling alright, just taking a little bit too much speed in there, so I just try to pull the nose up and get in the stall, make a reasonably soft landing, and basically from here we're just going to taxi back to our position that we came in. We'll park the plane up and shut it down. Again, I'm not sure if it's the right shutdown, but so anyway, this has been the flight to Uluru in KS Airlines Wonders of the World. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and if you'd like to see more videos like this. I'm planning on doing most of the natural wonders of the world, or what I can, and then from there basically I'll start to do some more man-made structures. So I've got some ideas in where I'd like to go, and I think it's going to be really cool. So I will change planes also to just kind of experience more planes flying around, and if that doesn't work, because we might not have a better view, because I know the Cessna is also one that doesn't have a great view out of the plane, so I might try and do some more third person, I guess, zoom or the drone cam view, and see how we go from there. As you can see, we've just shut down the plane. So again, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please leave a comment and a like, and I'll see you in the next one. See, that's now available, so we tick the item, APU bleed on, click there, it's now on. You'll hear that start to spool up even more. External power off, so now we're flicking that off.